her move forward and working in a straight line, but adding in some cones and these two ground poles right here. I just want her to step over cleanly and not really bulk at them, but then when we get over to the cones there, I'm going to get her to move off of my leg, and I'm going to be weaving the cones, so I'm just going to put pressure with the outside leg, and I'm going to open up the outside door now, inside leg pushing, and then I'm going to release that pressure as she does what she needs to do. So now I'm just going to continue to ride forward to the observation group, swivel my hips here, open up my core so that she turns, and I'm going to add a circle here right around the cone. I'm just going to open that outside door so she's using her inside hind leg. So I'm just going to pulse my right rein. What I'm trying to envision that there is a line on the ground there. As long as I don't go like right beside the cone, I believe that's a success. So your circle's not going to be, it's not going to be perfect, but as you get better, then you can get it to be a little bit more exact. So now I'm just going to use my right leg, get her to move off, and then I'm going to come right back over, right across the diagonal, looking straight over towards the B, and I'm just going to have her step across the ground poles this way. Again, I'm looking at something, and I want her to go that way. When I first started riding again, I thought my trainer was nuts when she told me about it. So she decided that she wanted to drift, so then I'm going to add leg pressure and then help correct her. But anyway, back to my point, I thought my trainer was nuts when she said, pick something out and look at that. So when I do that, or when I've done that, it helps out making them travel a straight line. So now I'm just going to keep on moving her forward. Again, I'm not trying to get her to do anything, extravagant or anything like that. Again, she's 3.5 years old. So now I am going to ask her to row, slide my legs forward, and then release that pressure as soon as she stops. I'm going to reward her, and then I'm going to get her to step over that front right shoulder. So I'm just going to, so there she wanted to move forward, so now I'm just going to back her up. I'm going to put pressure back, and then I'm going to release as soon as she does. So she wants to inch forward, I'm just backing her up. I'm having contact on her noseband, and ideally I would like her back in a straight line. So I apply my left leg pressure there, so I want her to move that behind and over. So I'm just going to tap. There, I got what I wanted, and now she's throwing a little attitude, which is fun. I'm not going to get worked up about it. So I'm going to go back to my original plan, and she stepped over there, right like that. Now I'm going to ask her to go, and I'm going to reward that. Ideally, I would like her to lick and chew, but she's not going to lick and chew. I'm going to ask her to walk. And now, I don't have to add cones in every time, so I'm just going to continue to work this. But I did have to move my leg back just a little bit. So you don't have to go all the way back here. You can just move it. So there. I expect her to get confused about it, but I'm just going to ask her to walk forward. But it's literally here to control hind end, in my opinion, and then up here as her learn. So sometimes less is more. She drifted in, so you can see my left leg tapping. I'm going to turn, look over towards the F, and I'm going to get her to step up into a working walk. Step up. And I talk to her. I want her to listen to my voice cues and all that stuff too, so now I'm just going to ask her to whoa. So right there, sat deep in my saddle, my hips went forward a little bit, I lean back. So now I want her to step over, and right there, that's beautiful. That's all I wanted her from her. So now I'm just going to ask her to walk forward. Right like that, she moves off the leg pretty nicely. So Misty's coming along pretty well, so I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So since she keeps on drifting, I might as well do it right here, low. Low and slow with Misty in my opinion. So I'm just going to open up the door, she stepped behind. She tried, so I'm just going to keep that pressure on. There. So I'm going to let that go. Again, I don't expect the 3-year-old to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't ride perfect every time. So I know I need to work elsewhere. So just going to continue to move her forward. And I'm just going to open up. As long as the horse gives me try, in my opinion, that's pretty good. So I'm just going to ask her to whoa again up here at K. Keep my body moving.